Shh. Be quiet.
Have to go on mute.
Shh.
Darren.
Like two little schoolgirls.
Welcome to a night in the Asylum. It's Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. As if you didn't know. Time for talk, tech, and tequila with Jen and Darren. Call in live or leave a message at 855-366-9653 or email dilbert@asylum.radio. It's time to take a refuge with your friends. Your cocktail and cream puff.
Jen, how are you?
And Joe.
And Joe.
Every time I have to remind him, he's like, "Oh, hey, Jen," because the whole intro is about you two and your love.
That's right, because we never got you because you were supposed to edit the video.
Yeah.
We're waiting on you.
We're
gonna be waiting a long time, are we, Jen?
I mean, it took us. To be fair, Joe, it took us 2 years.
2 years
to change our intro, and then you joined like right when we changed it. So,
damn. Well, first things first, I want to redo the logo because it's lovely, but I think we can do something a little more jazzy. You know, jazzy. Step it up a little bit.
And from Joe's word.
Since I'm going to be a part
there are
of this,
witnesses. There are people listening that are hearing you say this.
But since I am a creative, I feel like I should be have a little part of the branding. So I'm going to redo the logo.
Chuck is watching right now.
Chuck is listening.
I'm sorry, Chuck. I love you. I love the logo.
I love the logo, but I hate it.
I did not say I hated it at all.
You don't love the logo for us, but you like the logo.
Yeah, I think it's cool.
All right, so what are we talking about
tonight? What I did there?
Today's March 23rd, 2021. We're live. If you want to call in, 855-366-9653. Right, Joe?
Right. So
what are we talking about tonight, Joe?
I don't know. We were going back and forth on this, and like Darren loves to talk about sex, drugs, and rock and roll like all the time.
That was Jen's idea, actually.
I said that.
But why not get our listeners to know a little bit about us and talk about family, friends, relationships, post-COVID, pre-COVID, all that gets
all my friends are dead.
Oh my God, Darren. That's so
from COVID or AIDS or had heart attacks.
Just be honest, like relationships do change. The more, the situation change, meaning, more time we spend together and forced to spend time together because of COVID, and it's stressful. Like, how does that affect relationships? I mean, to be fair, you get almost no break in a lot of situations. There are situations where you're in a relationship and one gets to go to work and one stays home. But what if you're in a situation
like the pandemic,
where you're forced to spend 24 hours a day with each other? Now, do you know anybody who had to do it? I did not, but I can't imagine spending 24/7 with my significant other. And not to say you don't love them.
You can't imagine.
Wait, so your significant other goes to work, Kelly?
Yeah, she works at a hospital. She's a healthcare worker.
Okay. So she's been doing that. Obviously, she hasn't stopped.
And Darren is in the same boat. He's I think through the pandemic for the most part. You were still going in.
I was only at home for a month, and then they said you got to come in.
Yeah, I'm on the other side. So Manuel and I literally were in the same house, kind of like in our own little jail in West Orange, like for at least, I think it was like four or 5 months where we didn't leave the house. We were super scared. We're like, didn't know what would kill us and what didn't. So we just stayed like basically in one room of the house. And, looking back, it was like fun and exciting in the beginning and then scary and then tiring and just repetitive. You lost track. I started to lose track of time and days. And
So what was fun
everything.
and exciting in the beginning? Do tell about the pandemic.
It was it was kind of
All the sex, right, Jen?
oh yeah, exactly. No, it's like
Well,
it started in March, so it was kind of warm. It was starting to get warm outside. The flowers, were starting to bloom. So we were having a lot of barbecues in the backyard and listening to music and, stuff like that. And it was really
Yeah.
nice. And I'm looking forward to doing that again.
Yeah.
But then once the reality sank in that that's all we can do, we can't really go
Yeah.
anywhere else. It was like we had to get really creative about how do we not lose our minds just from being robots. Wake up, work, go downstairs, eat, work.
Jen, when are you going back to work?
What's that?
When are you going back to work? I think you told us a date at some point.
So the offices that we were in was a co-working space in Midtown, right across from the Empire State Building. And since we have not been in, and nobody has been in that building, they decided to shut that particular whole building down.
So it wasn't your building; it was like a bunch of other companies in the same place, or
yeah,
what?
it was a WeWork that was.
Oh, really? I didn't know you were in that.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
We had like basically one whole floor of it, and so they closed down that WeWork because it is the second oldest or the oldest WeWork in all of New York, or maybe all of WeWork. I'm not sure. It was pretty old. And now we have a new space that we moved into, and you get a lot more space for the money now, because I think COVID, they want to make sure people have enough space. So what WeWork normally would sell as a 4-person office now kind of is like a 2-person office, but you pay the same. So we're in that office. Nobody is going there except 2 folks that live in the city, and they live like in a itty bitty, I think they say it's like 400 square foot box, literally. So they have to go into the office so that they don't talk over each other in meetings and stuff.
So
Because sometimes she takes meetings from the bathroom, and he's like in the,
What?
kitchen, living room thing.
Does she fart while she's sitting in the toilet?
Not
or something?
using the bathroom. Come on.
Gross.
Come on,
Well,
you've done that before. At least a few times, Jen.
Never taken a call from the toilet.
Joe, have you taken a call in the
did.
toilet?
Have I?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Come on, yeah, it's natural. Come on, everybody's
No,
done
I
it,
mean,
Jen.
not a business call. I've talking to the family members or my significant other, but that's about.
Imagine a work call, and they're like, "Jen, what do you think?" In the middle of a flush. Come on,
Flush. That's what I think.
Or worse than a flush.
We hate Jen. She's the
Yeah,
worst.
that's what I think.
Weirdest call I had was an interview, right? And this woman's in her bedroom, and you see the bedpost. It's like this tufted bedpost, and I just felt very uncomfortable because she's just sitting there in bed and just doing her work. And maybe that's her day in day out life, but for
That's
me,
so funny that you say that. No,
was
I feel
so
the same
weird.
way. I feel even weirder. So seeing someone in their bed on a call is weird, and I think awkward. But even if someone has their work computer in their bedroom and you can see their bed behind them, I find that equally as awkward.
Yeah,
Why is that
Blur your-
awkward?
Because that's your bed. I don't know. It's like
that's your
private
private
space.
room. Yeah, nobody goes in my
Private.
bedroom. Nobody wants to see that.
Yeah,
Like I
it's
could be
not-
sitting on my bed till 1:00 in the afternoon, and I might be taking a couple calls or something. Or
no.
who cares?
I mean,
There's my headboard behind me.
that's like one of the things as we start to all get used to a world of everyone working remote. We had to have a talk with our team that, hey, you need to look behind you on your camera and make sure it's appropriate for what the clients are going to see. And
Husband's not walking naked around the towel.
right, you may be home, but check and make
Yeah.
sure it looks clean, professional, cleaned up, and
Yeah,
certainly don't take it from your bed.
All right.
So there's no situation. There's no situation. I had another interview, and this guy is like, he's European. He's an Italian guy. So he was like in Italy, wherever, right? Big software company. He's sitting there and he's smoking. Who has this interview with me. So I just felt that was really weird. Not only, that he was in his like pajamas, obviously, but he's sitting
He
there
was in his
smoking.
pajamas. This sounds like
ask
a
him if he
cool
just-
company.
Did you,
like-
did you ask if he just finished
It was
some
no,
sex?
it was a big company, and I'm like,
How was the
wow,
sex?
look at you. I mean, you really don't care, do you? Like, you're not embarrassed at all. Like,
So,
it was
Joe, when you
crazy.
have these interviews and you've got this professional microphone sitting up at your house now, do you do the interviews with your microphone?
I don't, because I want to intimidate them with my looks and my professionalism.
You
So I
went
have to
all
get-
face, all face.
I got to take it down a notch, and I got to just give them the sunshine in my face.
But that would be intimidating to have that microphone and during the interview. It makes you look, important.
But I'm not I'm not on a radio show when I'm interviewing. I'm professional Joe, so this is a
Got it.
different Joe.
I wish I could see professional Joe. I don't think I've ever seen him.
Oh.
Is there such a thing?
We used to work together, and
My
I
statement
was
stands.
super I was super professional. We fought a lot because she commented on my designs or my direction, and like, let's just truth be told, full transparency, Jen has like shit for taste.
What?
Jen, he says that about everybody that disagrees with his designs.
It is, well, it's true. I'm the professional, you guys aren't. And
That's exactly what he used to say to me all the time. He says, I don't want these people coming to me and telling me how to design. I'm the designer. They're not the designer. They
But
should not be
they're
telling me how to
paying.
design.
They're paying,
Blah.
If they're
Why-
paying, you can make it pink if you want, if they want
listen, why am I getting paid? Because to be
to do what they want at the end
no.
of the day.
Well, yeah, a lot of times it is that
Which
way.
pretty much means
Right.
what the project manager wants.
No.
Because the project manager knows what they want or
Yes.
is communicating.
No,
what they want.
Exactly.
You don't. No, you
It's
don't.
translating what they want to
They- they-
you.
That is
translated-
exactly true.
You translated terribly, and Jen was like,
Wrong.
"Yes."
I thought she was awesome.
No, she was. I love Jen. I love working with her. But when
I'm right here, guys. I'm right here.
when we came to like that part of design of showing designs, she had her comments, and I'm just like, "Okay, all right, Jen, nice, Jen, patting her, whatever." And no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But it would get to the point where I just want to get the design out, and for me, from my perspective, I hate to see designs that never get to see the light of day because there's so many cooks in the kitchen.
Mhm.
So for me, I'm the quarterback. That's me. I'm passing off the design to my running back, which is the
Project manager.
project manager. You're going for the home run, right?
Mhm.
Do it. Don't throw the ball back to me and tell me I threw it to you wrong.
I may need to throw it back to you. I may need to throw it to somebody else. I don't know. Whatever.
How do we get on this subject?
I don't
We're
know.
off. We're off the
I
subject.
mean,
This is
I will, I
organic
will,
tonight.
I will like wrap that thought up by saying I feel like creative directors, and to a certain degree, whatever you call the UX people,
UX
experts,
design.
UX designers, UI, whatever, UX designers
Mhm.
are a very special breed of a human that
Mhm.
are super opinionated. And I think they, in order to feel like they're justifying their existence in a way, they have to be opinionated, even if it sucks
Yeah. Well, I
sometimes.
well sometimes I think you're right. But I don't think that's just creative. I think that's our perspective on different people and organizations. Like they feel like they have to comment to feel like account managers or we all feel that way.
Yeah,
you
like
know?
account managers have the reputation of over promising and,
Yeah. We all have
promising the moon.
Absolutely. We all have different perspectives and everything. But at the end of the day, I mean, you were great to work with. I was, I'm
You
pretty
too,
flexible.
Joe. I'm
Yeah.
giving you a hard time.
I know. But I mean, it was pretty flexible, at least I think to a point. But you have to fight for your design and you stand and make your stance. So that's that. That's how I'll wrap that up. Is like
Like a
You do
true
it-
creative director.
you do what you have to do and make shit happen. So fight through your
Exactly.
design. So let's go back to talking about family relationships. We talked about COVID, how that affected you, Jen.
Jen,
How
how,
did that
how
how did that
long-
affect
how long were you at home with Manuel, Jen? Like what?
So my last work trip was March like 10th. I went to Philly and Manuel had just come back from Mexico. And that was the last time we ever left the house, and we didn't leave the house for groceries or anything until after his birthday. So maybe like August.
So did you get on each other's nerves, or you were pretty good with each other?
No, I think we were good. And I think one, it is a tremendous test of a relationship to be confined in a house. So I'm like imagining poor prisoners that are like two people in an 8x8 cell all day.
Or a
No
motorhome?
wonder, yeah, no wonder they want to kill each other. But like, we're fortunate because we have a lot of space and we have a lot of dedicated areas for us to do different things, even though we're in the same place. But I know a lot of people don't have that
So you
luxury.
would have be in separate rooms just to have your own space during.
Oh yeah, he goes down to the basement and watches his guy stuff. I'm in the media room watching my stuff. I
What's
have
his
my
guy
office.
stuff?
He has his office. What's
What
up?
does he watch?
Spanish things. I don't know.
Oh,
You know?
yo no hablo español.
Yeah.
I'm gonna guess that Jen is the typical woman and watches like murder shows and stuff.
No,
like-
I do watch murder shows, but I also lately have been watching Formula One, which is so good.
wait a minute.
Seriously.
What do you mean the typical
What?
typical woman watches murder shows? Like, are you trying to say that all women want to murder their husband or something, or what?
There's
What is
some
that?
fascination
What are you
with
saying?
murdering husbands. I don't know.
I think one, yes, I think that they're all plotting against us, you know. It's going to be a one world, woman world eventually. We're all going to die out when they're done with us because we're actually worthless without them. But no, I almost every woman that I come to realize loves to watch murder shows, and it's scary. It's scary because I'll watch some with Kelly, and it's like horrifying what these people do.
Because she's
to
a
each
nurse,
other.
and nurses like kill a lot of people on the
Yeah,
murder
well,
shows.
Like
she's
the
not gonna kill-
nurse at the
she's not gonna
hospital.
She's not
Yeah,
gonna
those
kill
nurses.
anybody. If she can kill anybody, it's going to be me. But she'll know how to do it and cover up. She's got hours of tape experience.
Yeah, exactly.
People getting killed, and she's going to cover her tracks. And
Just
you
like
guys
put a
will-
little drip, and you never know. They fall asleep and
You
never.
guys
wake
will
up.
never. You guys will never know, and they'll never finger her, and she'll be out in like Costa Rica with all my retirement money and living it up, and I'll be
So
screwed
bad.
10 feet out there. So if I go missing one day, you'll know why.
We'll look at the
Well, look for Kelly in Costa Rica.
the archives from March 23rd.
She'll have her hair dyed, name changed. She's got it all figured out. I don't know what like how you do it, but she does.
Speaking of Costa Rica, Jen,
Mm,
next week
yes.
we're talking about arrhythmia in Costa Rica and ayahuasca
Ayahuasca.
retreat.
Yes, the hallucinogenic. That's going to be interesting.
It will be. 2 guests, Jen.
Yes.
Hey, why don't you throw out the call-in number real quick, just in case anybody wants to call in.
855-366-9653, which you can also find by going to asylum.radio right on the homepage.
Yeah. So, I mean, I do, I guess, fit the stereotype in your mind, Joe, of liking the murder shows.
I stereotype everybody. I'm
And it's
kidding.
like, I like all kinds of murder shows. And even sometimes when I'm watching the murder shows, I'm like, ooh, that was clever.
What appeals to you about a murder show? I just don't get it.
I like it's a very predictable pattern. Someone does something, they think they're so smart, they'll outsmart everyone.
Yeah.
And then you go through like all of the different clues and wrong turns, and then eventually they get caught, and or
But
sometimes they
sometimes-
don't, but
Oh my God. Sometimes it's just so dumb because it's like the first 5 minutes you watch, you know who did it, and like, God, you were dumb. I know who it is, And for some reason, it's always like middle America, these hicks that are just killing each other and just like missing teeth, and like it's like they're just dumb. But then some are well educated, super smart, and
those are the scary ones. And I'm like,
those are scary
"Ooh, that
ones,
was
yeah.
clever." But
Yeah.
I think part of the appeal also, aside from the less about the subject matter of murdering someone, and it's more about the voiceover person that they pick for these murder shows are so
Yes.
like compelling. You want to just listen and hear.
What is that guy's name? He does Dateline.
Dateline, that guy.
And they did a spoof on him on SNL, and he's like, the guy's like, who's interviewing is like, yeah, so I cut her neck off, and he's like, oh,
Yeah.
How was that?
And
Oh,
then what?
And then what? How
Right.
did you like that? It got like super creepy.
I think they had him as a voice on Waze at one point. Make a
really?
right turn. Yeah, it was like this weird temporary
Make
voice.
a right
You
turn.
don't say.
Yeah. Anyway. Yes. So Formula One, though, if you haven't seen that on Netflix, I didn't realize I don't like the other racing, the ones that go in a circle. What is that called? I don't know what that's called.
NASCAR.
NASCAR. Don't like NASCAR. But
What's the
Formula
difference?
One is there's a lot of strategy. I didn't realize there's so much internal fighting that happens. There's a lot that goes into tweaking the car to match the driver, and very cool. Very expensive sport, but very cool.
It's not for me.
It's fun to watch.
They just go in a straight line, right? And they race each other.
No, they
Is that-
do not go in a straight line. They go in
Oh.
sharp turns and fast.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And
I don't know why you like this. This is like beyond me. I would never.
I didn't. I'm surprised I like it too. Because it's car,
So
car racing.
You're on like I know you with Manuel and you're married and everything. But if you're going on a first date and they say, "What do you watch?" Would you bring up the Formula One? Would you be proud enough? And like, yeah,
I'm not embarrassed of it.
I like
mean-
Formula One. I'm a woman and I like Formula One.
Mhm. Yes, and murder shows.
Yeah, I would
All
never
right,
go out.
I
with
got a
you again.
murder show for you.
What's your murder show?
We might have talked about this before, but it stars Helen Hunt, and I'm looking for the title because I couldn't remember the title.
Is it a movie or
It's a movie. Yeah.
Oh
It's
no, these are
on-
like documentaries. I like.
No, this is a movie. It's a really interesting movie. Pat and I had to watch it twice. I'm looking
Wow.
for the title. Oh my god, what
We're
is it?
waiting with bated breath over here.
We're
Come
waiting a
on.
minute. Oh, the pressure's on.
He liked it so much he doesn't remember the name of it.
I
We're just
can't
gonna be
remember
quiet
the
to make
name
it
of it.
awkward for you right now.
You can't have
Uh,
any dead silence right now. And there's dead silence. Oh,
I'll come back to it when it comes to me.
Helen Hunt murder. Is it that
Yeah.
hard to find one? I don't know.
It is hard to find. I could not see it on
She
even
hasn't-
Internet Movie Database.
Oh, is it the one recently that we saw that she looks super old? I thought she was
Yes,
digitally
that is
aged.
the one. What is that movie
Yeah,
called?
I know what you're talking about.
It was a good movie.
It's 2019 movie, I think.
Yeah,
Mm.
Oh, I See You.
that's it. I
Yes.
see you.
She looked
With
like
Helen Hunt.
I thought it was like
I did
I
look.
thought
That
she had makeup on.
she-
She look old.
I think they did put makeup on and make her look that way.
Mm,
I'm hoping.
she looked older, but it was a good movie.
Yeah. Did you watch that because I referred it to you, or you just decided to watch it off?
I
of
think
Prime
you
One?
said you watched it, and I was like, yeah, I've watched basically all of Netflix. So
Hmm.
been there, done
Been there, done that.
twice.
So back to the family. Sorry, Joe.
back to the family. You guys are like all over the place tonight.
well,
Well, we're
Keep it
talking about
straight.
murdering our family now. So
murdering our family.
Oh,
What are you
wait,
talking
sorry.
about?
just the husbands.
Jesus. So let's see how personal we can get tonight. Okay.
Oh man.
So we talk about relationships and everything like that. So everybody's a little different. Little things make a big difference in people's lives, and people are very big about those little things that make a difference. So everybody has little quirks and pet peeves and everything like that. So what is Jen? I'll throw this at you. What is one of your pet peeves that Manuel has to like stick to, or like I can't do it? And what's one of Manuel's? And do you abide by it? Or you're like, fuck him.
Pet peeve. So pet peeve is something like drives you nuts, right? If it doesn't happen, or
Yes.
something that annoys
Day in,
you.
day out, yeah, or like, yeah.
Oh my God, this one's easy. While you think
you
about
go.
it, Jen.
I don't. Yeah, let me think. I don't have many.
Let Dan.
All right.
I'm
Karen
pretty
go.
This
chill.
is-
I don't have
This
many
is
things.
Pat's
that,
pet's peeve, my partner Pat.
Hmm.
So he, we're talking about sort of relationships and how to improve them. He gets hurt if you don't notice his haircut, or if you don't give him a card for special occasions,
What is considered a special occasion? Regular birthday and
birthdays, holidays, anniversaries.
You have to give him a
that sort
card
of thing.
for holidays.
Absolutely,
You do
yes.
for
Oh,
like
yeah.
Christmas and stuff.
So
Yeah, you
that's
have
normal,
to.
right, Joe?
That is normal. I'd be pissed off too.
What?
Kelly, if Kelly,
My mind is just blown.
Christmas morning, and I get no card, and I got her card. Unless we talked about previously, we're not getting cards this year. I didn't get a card. I'd be pissed off. I'm like, what the fuck?
I mean, I
That's
understand birthday and anniversary, but like you
So
get
you don't-
Easter
her
cards.
thing.
and
You
stuff?
don't get
Wait,
Manuel
wait.
any cards?
Birthday, not New Year or Christmas.
You
Sometimes
suck as a
birthday.
wife.
I mean,
Do
not
you
even
save the cards, Joe?
anniversary.
Do I save the cards? No,
When-
we put them on. We put them on the table and they get thrown out. But it's just that
Really?
thought
You
of that.
throw them
No,
out? Oh my god, I don't
Well,
throw my
yeah,
cards
well,
out.
I mean, Kelly's it's a science to her giving cards, and she takes a lot of pride in them. So that's
Wow,
her
I
thing.
didn't know this was a thing.
Yeah, I mean, but the way
Welcome to the
she
United
does it-
States.
I'm a
Wait, the way-
foreigner, I guess.
The way she does it, though, the way she finds cards is very specific to each person, and every year it's very personal. So people take a lot of time to do that, right? So she does too, and I appreciate that.
Joe, you've never given me a card, so I think I should be insulted, right? Or
Well,
you
I'm
only
not
Giving
give
me a
cards?
card either.
That no, both when we worked together, I gave you guys gift cards for Christmas. You
Oh,
guys don't
that's not
remember
a
this?
card,
That's-
though.
That's true.
It's a
He did
gift
do
card
Mm,
yes.
Okay. Okay.
every year. The Best Buy, your favorite
Yes.
place, Jen.
My favorite of all. All right.
So
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 the other
that's-
so here's another pet peeve.
I think
He-
it's cute that he gets upset though that if you don't recognize his haircut.
Yeah,
That's kind of adorable.
he does get upset. He gets hurt.
Yeah.
And he also likes when I bring him breakfast in bed.
I mean,
Do you
who
do that?
doesn't? That's not a
So
pet
you do that
peeve.
too?
Do I do that?
Yeah. You bring
Do I-
Manuel breakfast or he brings you breakfast in bed?
I feel like you know the answer if I do it.
no.
No. Unless I'm murdering Manuel, then.
Some people think that's
He's not
kind
gonna
of
eat it. He's like, what the fuck's going on here? Why are
No,
you bringing
one
me
time-
breakfast?
One
What's
time
in
for
this?
his that for his birthday during the pandemic, I was like, for your birthday, since we can't go anywhere, I'm gonna make you a cake. I'll order the batter and all that stuff. And he's like, no, do not cook anything.
Don't make me a cake.
I was
Like
like-
a razor blade in it or something.
and he had like a real suspicious look, like, why? What's your pet peeve, Darren?
my pet peeve about relationships.
Hmm.
I don't know. Let me come back to you. I got to think about that.
I got
Oh,
mine.
God.
I
All
thought
right,
about
go, Jen. Go,
What are
go,
they, Jen?
go.
So this is kind of people that know me know I don't like, I only eat to live. I'm not like a real foodie. I don't enjoy cooking. I could eat, I could eat like whatever, a head of lettuce every day and I'm like a rabbit. I don't care. if
You know the
it's
cheesy
like-
comedian.
like- and so one of my least favorite places on the planet is a grocery store.
Me
Hate it.
too.
Hate it.
I don't mind
I
working
l-
in them, but I hate
Like,
shopping.
I just
I
don't,
love
there's
it.
nothing enjoyable about going to a place, looking at
Mhm.
things I will never use and don't care about the latest ketchup that is out or whatever. I don't care.
The
And
latest ketchup. That's
I don't know, whatever,
Well,
whatever
I
you look
think-
for in a grocery store. I don't care. I don't
Well,
even
I think it's because you hate shopping. I mean, you hate cooking, so shopping is not going to be a pleasure cruise for you at all. You
Right.
don't get the connection.
But
I
the
get
whole
it.
experience is stupid.
it is.
I mean, you
no,
have to
it's
go
not.
to you have to go to the store.
Oh,
You have to,
No.
first of all, you have to create your
I'm
list.
annoyed thinking about it right now.
Then you got to go to the store. You got to walk up and down the aisles with your shopping cart. You got to take the things off the shelf, put it in your cart.
Oh my
and
god.
you finish. You go to the. Then you go
So
up to the.
strenuous.
You go
Then
to the
you go
register.
to a register.
Then you got to take it out of the cart. You put it on the register thing, and then you take it off the register thing. You put it back in a bag,
I
and then you
like
put
how
it back in the
Darren's
cart,
describing
and then you
grocery
put it back in
shopping.
your car with the bags, and then the bags fall apart. Then you get home, you take the bags out of the car, you bring it back in the house,
So
you unpack
inefficient.
things from the bag, and you put it back in your cabinet. The whole thing
So-
is ridiculous.
It's
It-
so
it's
annoying.
not. I love it. I
So-
like to. I,
Oh my
I
So
like-
wait,
God.
but mine is very specific. So grocery shopping, I think there are people that love it. There are people that hate it. I'm on the hate it side. But if I have to do it, my pet peeve is going to a grocery store without a shopping list. That
Mm.
drives me bananas. So this has been like a source of conflict between me and Manuel because he's like, we don't have any food. We need to go grocery shopping. And I'm like, well, do you have a list? And he's like, no, I don't need a list. We need everything. And I'm like, I'm not going if there's no list.
I don't do a list. So I have like a list in my head. We usually get the same things. I usually overbuy, and that drives Kelly up a wall because I
Oh,
need to buy,
it's
and
so
then
annoying,
we
yeah.
don't use like some of the stuff. But
That's why you
I
need
get-
a list. That's my pet
I
peeve.
know. But I go in there. For me, it's like I like to cook, and it's a bit of a control thing. So I get to get all the things that I like, and I, get the kids things that they like, and Kelly things that she likes.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess, yeah, I mean, it's that control thing. It's like I
A
like cooking
control
out.
thing, huh? Maybe that's
I
why
lo-
Pat likes
I
to
like
cook.
I like to
I didn't know cooking was controlling. You can
think
have
about.
all
I
the-
didn't
Well,
either.
I go there. I go there with a plan, right? I said, well, I'm gonna have chicken Monday. I'm gonna have tacos Tuesdays. I'm gonna have steak on Wednesday, and I'll do like 3-4 days of what we're going to get or eat that week. So I have an idea. So I get all the ingredients, all that stuff. So I have a plan what I'm going to do. Look up the recipe, and that's the fun part for me. And then I put it all together and cook it for my family. And I love the reaction. Like, I'm like, is it good? Did you guys like it? Is
Yeah.
it? Do I make it again? It's
So
fun
wait
for
a
me.
minute. So what if there's a bad reaction? Do they ever give you a bad reaction?
My kids have. Kelly has never. She's like, oh, this is so great.
That's because she's
But
smart.
Yeah, exactly,
That's
'cause
the
she doesn't
right
wanna offend you.
answer always.
well, you know how sensitive I am, and I would probably start crying. You don't
No.
like my food.
No.
You don't like my
I'm
food.
never cooking for you again.
I'm never. That would probably be it too. I'm not doing this again.
I don't critique Pat's cooking either. He does all the cooking, and you know what? If he's willing to do that, I'll be willing to clean up, and yay, because I don't
Yeah.
like cooking.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the other thing about shopping. So we have a good system. Like, I hate putting shit away. I don't. I bring the groceries home, put them on the floor, and she goes out and puts it away. So that's good for me, because otherwise shit just gets thrown in the refrigerator. I'm like, oh, your frozen food. Just
What
stuff
if
it in the freezer.
she's at work and you come home and you've got
Well,
refrigerated stuff?
the big shops will both go together, and I'll do big shops too, but alone. But during the week, I'll do small ones, and stuff gets thrown in the refrigerator, and I piss her off, and I don't know where anything goes. When she's not home, I have
Of course,
no
you know where
idea.
it goes because you're cooking it,
No,
so
I
you're taking
don't.
it out of the
I
cabinets.
don't like anything. I lose
How do you know
everything.
where to get it if you don't know where it goes?
I know it's cold. I know it goes in a refrigerator, but she has like stuff goes on this top shelf.
But you
and the
always
second-
don't you have like muscle memory where you're like, I always reach here for eggs. Here.
No, I have no muscle memory.
Joe, so out of the family unit that you have, who's the more
Yeah.
high maintenance, you or Kelly?
What do you define as high maintenance, I guess?
Yeah, I think we both
Joe
have
knows.
our own. We both have our own things. I think, she is a lot more organized than I am, way more organized than I am, and I think that's her pet peeve with me. I know that's her pet peeve with me, is that I'm not as structured as she is,
Mm.
and she'll let it go, but sometimes I just drive her nuts, and I just
Especially her as a nurse, it's everything is on a schedule and timing matters and all of that stuff.
Yeah, one thing that she's always been that way, and she's like super smart, and I find like super smart people are super organized, and it has to be that way. Maybe not all, but
Oh, I know a lot of really smart people that are a hot mess. But
Yeah, well, that's me. I'm a hot mess. I'm super smart. But like I call, organized chaos. I call it, right. I mean, you remember my desk at work? It was just like shit. It was all over the place, but I knew where everything was. That's how I worked. I was just, yes, I did. I was like, the
maybe that was
forgetful-
after I left because I
forgetful professor, and but no, I mean that was her big thing was like organization. I'm just like, it just didn't mean that much to me, and I know it means a lot to her, and I try, and
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
two different people that way. So,
so
it's,
that's a
it's
pet
rough.
peeve.
So
of
that's
mine.
my pet peeve, but then Manuel's pet peeve. We're both very organized. He's actually surprisingly more organized than I am, which is like insane, but not in not on computers and work stuff. He's more organized in his personal space. Like he likes to make the bed in the morning, every morning, and all of that
So
kind of
Pat
stuff.
likes to do
I
that
don't.
too.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
He loves to do that. I could leave the bed, just kind of pull the covers and make it neat, but I don't have to make it. But he
And Pat
likes to.
spreads the blankets out so they're nice and
Yeah,
smooth.
yeah,
We
same.
All the
And-
fingerprints are gone. Oh my God, those two should
Yeah.
Kelly
sleep
too.
together.
Listen, and Kelly's got like four layers of pillows that go
Yeah.
back. And
Yeah.
if there's so many pillows, and if you sit on the bed, it's like you're sitting on a chair because the pillows are so far out. It's
Pat likes the
why
pillows
do you need
too.
all those pillows?
It makes it
I gotta take 'em
comfortable,
all off.
homey.
Listen, I had to wean Manuel off of the pillows because there were so many pillows on the bed. I was like, you will save like 4 minutes a day just by removing 7 pillows
Yeah.
from the bed.
Do your cats sleep in the bed with you?
Sometimes.
There's 3
Sometimes
cats,
not.
right?
Yeah, but only the
And-
hairless ones sleep with
Isn't
us.
it
if
a-
they do.
Why only the hairless ones?
Because they're
They're
cold.
hairless.
Yeah.
What about the other one? He's the odd man out. The black
I mean,
sheep.
he'll usually come, but he's by our feet. The hairless ones come and like cuddle under our armpits because they're
Ew.
cold.
That
it's
is kind of
cute.
gross.
No, they like curl up under your arms. They want to be
Yeah,
near
you
you.
have a weird life.
I could not sleep with something curled under my arm. It's like I gotta be curled up in my own self.
Oh, that reminds me. All right. If you're sleeping with your partner, do you like to cuddle? Do you need your space? Do you believe in separate beds? Like
Mm.
I'm
So-
a cuddler, so I like to cuddle. All day long.
Oh, Joe.
I
So my
do.
sister is. It was interesting because I didn't know until we went to visit. This was a few years ago. We went to visit her in her house in Texas. We were meeting her boyfriend for the first time and seeing her place for the first time, and she was showing us around. And when she was showing us a bedroom, she's like, "This is my bedroom, and this is his bedroom." And I was like, "What? I don't understand."
Dude,
What
it
do you
does not
mean?
compute.
Yeah. And she's like, "Yeah, when we want to have our special time, I'll invite him over or he'll invite me over. And when we're done, we go to our own place."
I bet they have great sleep.
And I'm like,
I
Whoa.
kind of believe. I
And she-
kind of believe in that.
yeah, and I mean, and then for us, it's like, there are some nights where I can't fall asleep. So I'll go to another room so I can watch TV and fall asleep without bothering Manuel. But for the most part, it's really cute. Like we're in the bed and like Manuel will like reach his foot over. So like our feet are touching and then he falls
Footsies.
asleep. Yeah. And then he
He
falls asleep.
falls asleep from
He
that.
has to like be touching me just
But you
ever
don't
so
like
slightly.
him like with his arm around you. That's too much when you're
To
sleeping.
fall asleep, no. Like if we're just laying in bed, yeah. But to fall asleep, I need to I sleep kind of like I'm in a coffin, let's say. Like I sleep on my back and like,
Really?
I just need to be
How do you sleep on your back like that? I can't do that.
Really?
I,
No.
I love sleeping on my back.
I have
Oh
to be on my
my.
back.
I sleep
Manuel's a
on my
belly
back.
sleeper. I can't. Like, how do you sleep
That's
on your
kind of
stomach?
Dracula-ish.
Well,
It
I'm
is
a-
Dracula.
I'm all over the place, but I do like sleeping on my back with my arms behind my head. But the problem with that is I give Kelly an elbow in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
I'm the worst co-sleeper in the world. She hates me because of it.
Manuel
I-
sleeps
I-
on
I
his belly
s-
like kind of like that. And
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, your arms are on
How does he
my
breathe?
space." I don't know.
He's got his head in the pillow.
and I
I can't
and
breathe.
I talk in my sleep. I snore.
You talk in your sleep.
I sleep eat. So
Stop
sleepy
it.
is yeah.
I
So
bet she has so many pet peeves with you.
I'm
I should put up with you.
sleepwalking. I'm
Speaking of-
sleepwalking
speaking
and
of
I'm
high
eating
maintenance,
in the middle of
That's
the night.
there you go, Jen.
Oh man, it's a lot. It's a
How
lot.
do you sleep eat?
I wake up in the middle of the night. And I'm eating something. I don't know until the next day.
Seriously, you do that? Who does that?
I've done it ever since I
I've
was
heard
a
of
kid.
sleepwalking, but not sleep eating.
Yep. Ever since I was a teenager, I would eat and just
Have
I'm
you ever put a
snoring all
lock
night.
on your fridge, or you just go to a pantry and eat whatever's
eat the
there?
pantry, and then the next morning, Kelly would be like, "There's chips all over the floor."
I'm thinking a lock on your with a chain to the
That's
bed.
so crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, chain yourself to the bed. There you go.
It's weird. Yeah, I'm a pain in the ass to sleep with. I a lot of times I just go on the couch or go in another room or whatever.
I will
just
tell you
because-
something though. So Manuel's a super hot sleeper. Like he will get super hot, and
Yeah.
I'm like freezing and he's hot. And then we changed our mattress to the purple mattress.
Oh,
Oh, how is that?
And-
I've looked at those.
Oh man, that bed is amazing. So aside from it's not memory foam, it's like this special polymer bouncy thing where
Does
you
it
don't.
feel soft?
So it feels like it feels like you're sleeping on egg crates. Like you feel the little
Yeah.
holes or something.
You
Oh,
feel
I don't
that.
like that though.
I don't think
But
I would
you-
like that either.
But you get used to it really quick. But what's nice about it is because they're like these bouncy little chambers, when you move, it kind of like puffs air and circulates air or something. So it keeps him cooler.
Are you farting in bed?
It makes me cool.
Oh, it was the purple mattress, I swear.
This isn't me. But it's a great bed. I highly recommend it, by the way, if you're looking for a bed.
I was thinking maybe trying the, was it called Casper, I believe.
But that's like memory foam. Don't get
Yeah.
memory
Yeah,
foam.
They
No?
get hot. I don't like
Mm-mm.
those.
No.
I want to get an. I
And
want
they're
to get a.
gross. I think they have a lot of germs. Anyway,
I want to get a sleep number bed. Sleep number bed.
Really? That I
Yeah.
read that that's all marketing. That they're not comfortable.
that they're
No.
it's like an expensive air bed, basically.
Really?
Yeah.
So you
Well,
like
I-
yours?
I feel like if like Kelly has a remote to like shut me up and like, lift the bed up and they do in the commercials, like the guy
Mhm.
snoring and the wife's all pissed off and she presses a button and the
The-
bed goes up. and the
Well,
guy
so
stops snoring.
the mattress we bought separately a power base, so it does the head up and feet up and
Oh,
feet
nice.
vibration and stuff. But because we have a queen size bed, if I want to raise my head up, it raises his. But if you have a king size, you can have separate controls
Sold. That's what I
to
need.
do that. Yeah. So you
But
don't
I
need
get really
a
hot.
sleep number. You can just get a power base.
Jen,
Power
you need a
base.
king size bed.
What's that?
You need a king size bed.
I've been
close
saying
like that.
this, but Manuel is, well, I kind of want one and then I don't because it's like, I like the closeness of a queen size bed. If we had a king size bed, Manuel and I would literally, I told you he needs to touch
Like
my
Pat
foot.
and I, the opposite ends of the bed.
Yeah. And then the cats are all in the middle sprayed up, So it's nice. A queen size bed is nice. And if we got a king size, we would have to buy all new sheets and stuff. And we love our sheets.
So speaking of queen size beds, so Joe, when you go on the cruise with me, we're going to sleep in the same bed.
Mm.
All right. So listen, I'm gonna ignore that. So we got some questions in through text. So one is from our pal Brian Hartman, which was on
yeah.
last week. Yeah. So great question. I think what would be what does he say? What does be the best part of dating yourself?
Blah.
I think I'm reading that right. I don't have my glasses on, so I'm sorry, Brian. And Jim just texted us, and then he said his biggest pet peeve is when Wegmans changes where they put things. Since you guys
yeah.
hate shopping so much, but I
That just
hate that
adds
too.
to the complexity of shopping. It's like,
Yeah.
why do that?
Yeah.
So the best
So-
thing about dating myself,
Yeah.
I don't have to explain myself because I already know.
Oh, that's a good one, Jen.
You just do it. You'll get it.
I like that one.
That's what I say. Joe.
The best part about dating me?
Yourself.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, myself. I mean, geez, I'm going to agree with everything that I say, and we'll both be sensitive together and cuddle, and
We'll both be sensitive
Oh,
together.
brother.
we'll both sleep eat together and hold hands. I don't know. Like that's pretty amazing. That's a great question.
You can sympathize with each other and
Like,
sleep
besides
eating.
me, we cry to each other, and it'd be great. How about you, Darren?
Well, we both love going on cruises and we can just cruise the rest of our life.
I probably did not read that question correctly, but
He's like, that's not what
I like it when it
asked at
came out.
all."
Wait,
So
I didn't
Manuel-
get to my pet peeve.
Let me tell you Manuel's pet peeve, which is a
Oh, go.
short,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
short but funny one.
Yeah.
He can't sleep if the closet doors and the bathroom door in our bedroom isn't shut all the way. And I've tested him
Oh,
many times. So
I'm
like
similar.
I leave it slightly cracked and he's like, "Can you shut the door?" I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "I just can't sleep with it open." I'm like, "But why? What's going to happen?"
That
if
is
I
a
leave
pet
it
peeve of
open?"
mine too. Did he ever tell you why?
No, he just said he doesn't like it. I don't
I'll tell you why. For
don't know.
me,
What
I've
happens
got to have the door or the bedroom locked
locked.
from like the hallway. Yes,
I
because
used to do like the same thing.
I
Yeah.
feel like if somebody's breaking in and I'm sound asleep, I'm not going to notice them sliding the door open if it's already unlocked. But if it's locked and they're trying to get in, it's going to wake me up.
Wow.
I'll be
so you're
prepared to
like-
fight, Jen.
You're already scared before you go to sleep every night.
That's a good way to put it. I guess you're right.
What? And I'm like, leave it open. Who cares?
No.
I think it has to do with his he likes organization. So like if the doors are open or the drawer is slightly out, it feels messy. I don't know. Maybe he's scared of someone breaking him through the bathroom.
Is
I
he
have no idea.
obsessive compulsive?
I would say we all are slightly. I think,
Who's we?
all
of us.
humans,
We all-
humans.
we all
We
have
have our
everything.
quirk. He doesn't
No.
like, flip the switch 3 times and
Just
rub
twice.
it before he walks on just twice. Joe, what's yours now?
Oh God, I think I think I'm on the same lines. I never really thought about what my pet peeves are. Like, I think I get pissed off at the people who have like pet peeves and expect me to go buy their pet peeves. Like that drives me nuts. I'm like, I don't have any. Like do what you're doing. I don't care. You're a mess. Okay, be a mess. Whatever. I don't have those things, but I guess like I'm on the same lines of Patrick is. Like, I guess I'm more that sensitive type. If you don't notice, I change something about my appearance, or I give you a card, or I made a great dinner. I spent a lot of time, and you're not like reacting the way I think you should be.
Okay, so
you
Joe,
expect
get a little-
people-
I get a little like antsy about that.
if
I'm
you
like,
shaved your mustache and
Yeah.
your Kelly didn't notice for 3 days, how hurt would you be?
That's a big
Oh,
change, though.
that would never happen. She would never.
That's his face
Maybe I
would
should
change.
go
You know, I
You should go and
threaten-
hide.
I threaten I'm going to shave it off. She's like, no, you're not. I'm like, okay.
You didn't
Well,
have
keep-
facial hair when
keep in mind,
I've always had
What-
facial hair.
Pat was blonde, right? So he had a blonde mustache and a goatee at one point, and he shaved it all off. And I didn't notice for about 2 days.
What?
He never let me live that down.
So, no, I mean,
What?
Is that
Kelly's
bad?
like,
Does that make me a bad person?
yeah, it does. You
It's like,
should notice.
you have
you
to
should
look in
notice
his
those things.
face sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. No, Kelly's like hypersensitive. She notices everything, like everything. If like I got a pedicure that day, she would notice. Like,
You get
Like-
pedicures?
oh yeah, I have to.
What do you mean
Like,
you have to?
Manuel and I go get pedicures together.
Yeah, that's like.
Well,
you
Manuel, I
have
can
to-
understand, but Joe, what's going on here?
Listen, dude, you got to take care of yourself, your feet, man. I'm not
Mhm.
touching my feet. They're gross.
Where do you get a pedicure at? Like a
The
nail
mall.
salon?
Nail salon, yeah.
Really?
Where
Kelly
else
and
would you get a pedicure?
I go like
That's
I
so
go
gay.
At the grocery store. At the grocery store.
Look who's talking.
What happens
Um,
when they give you a pedicure? Like they just cut your toenails? They do other things
No,
with your feet.
So I'm there for like about 40 minutes. So I get like a massage, which I hate. I just let them do it. I hate
A foot
massages.
massage or a body massage?
No, foot
It's a
massage. Body massage.
pedicure.
Why would you, Darren?
He's like, is there a happy ending? I just want to know."
Exactly. How does the happy ending
Something
work
wrong.
with the feet?
It's always about sex with you, guy. So no, listen. I have calci, feet.
Ooh, calcium
like-
feet?
Kelsey
Like-
feet.
What does that even
Yeah,
mean?
calci, like,
Don't make this
Wait,
hand
Alice,
gesture when
lift
talking
your-
about your feet.
Lift your
Phallus,
feet up. You want to
phallus.
see?
no, I have flip flops on now too.
Good. Then we
Um,
can see it. Just put them right
no,
up there
'cause I-
next to the
I-
microphone, Joe.
I'm due for a pedicure.
Oh, by the
But
way,
no.
if you want to see Joe's feet, you can go to bit.ly/asylum live. Right, Joe?
Oh.
no, that's a
Oh,
whole
come
new
on,
audience.
Joe.
It's a whole new audience. You just welcome, my friend. I'm not ready for that game.
It's nice. So Darren, they cut your toenails, they file the nails to their appropriate shape.
Oh, I hate files.
Well, you don't know how to
Oh.
use them. That's why.
My
They-
mother used to file, or she still files her nails, and that just has always driven me.
The
It's a
sound?
pet peeve.
the
Just
sound,
rubbing sandpaper on your nails is just gross.
it makes
oh,
them soft.
Oh god.
And then they cut your cuticles sometimes if you have a
Yeah.
lot of
oh,
cuticles.
sounds
They
painful.
soak them. They for guys, if they have like a lot of calluses, they use something that looks like a cheese grater kind of thing.
I
And
love
they-
it.
Cheese grate your
Are you serious? You get all this,
My-
Joe?
Yes.
You get the cheese grater in your foot.
My calluses are so bad. Like they're like, oh my god, that's like there's just like skin flying all over the place. It's like
Wait, is your foot
And they're-
painful after this?
no, it feels so good. It's
No,
like so, and like
weird.
after a month, I grow like about an inch or two of calluses on my heels.
Do you
And
do you
they-
think that doing this makes you? You know how they say that cutting your hair makes your hair grow more?
Yeah.
And cutting your
Yes.
cuticles makes them thicker and all that.
Yeah.
stuff.
Is that a thing? Does that happen? Like,
You know, I don't know, and maybe I'm being suckered into it, and I keep on growing more and more back, 'cause more and more they cut off. I don't know, but I have to do it because, like, I mean, first off, guys have thicker skin, right?
Mhm.
We don't have this thin skin as women do, and for some reason, I have extra thick skin on my hands and on my feet. I've always
It's all
had to
that-
get this done.
masculine typing that you do.
Yeah, yeah. So, like,
Why
I
don't you
start-
like the massage? That's like the best part.
I hate somebody massaging my back or my arm, my
Pat
feet.
loves
They-
foot
every
massages.
time. No, listen. Every time I tell them no massage, please. They're like, okay, no massage, and they don't speak a word of English. They're just shaking their head, saying, "Yeah, whatever." They start doing it, and I feel bad. I'm not like, just let them do it, and it hurts, and they're just kneading at it, and like I want to punch them.
What are you getting, like a Swedish massage or what's
No,
going
they're like they get like it's like they have this menu, right? They hand you this menu, and part of the callus removal is this massage. That's part of the package. All these different
Mhm.
packages, right? So that's part of it. I always say no. They don't understand me, and they just start doing it, and I hate it.
Do you get
hate
the
it.
polish at the end?
No, no.
So Manuel was
Hey,
like, "No, I don't want polish."
Do
That-
men get
like,
that too?
well,
Polish on your nails?
You can get like clear polish on
Yeah,
your nails.
yeah.
And Manuel was like, "Obviously, no, I don't want to have shiny hands and feet."
Nails.
But
Yeah.
I told him it helps protect your nails. So get matte polish, which you can request instead of the
Oh.
shiny. Get matte polish, and it doesn't even show.
But I think it's for me. It's taking it too. That's a great tip. Great tip. I would get that, but the feeling of sitting there and getting my toenails painted is just a little bit.
But it
Gay.
doesn't even show when it's done.
Thank you, Darren.
Why?
Thank you. I was
You
going to say
said
that.
pamper yourself.
I
Who cares?
didn't want to offend you. So like
Oh, you could say
Who
super
cares?
gay.
it. I might have to try this.
There's nothing better than, so if you're in a suit or you're dressed up nice and your hands look like crap for a guy, it's like a huge turnoff.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
make sure
yeah.
your hands look nice.
yeah. I mean, we
Definitely.
only got so much to work with. We don't put on makeup or anything like that.
Right.
So
right.
you got to do your hair.
Your
do-
hands are not bad. Yeah, your
Yeah.
nails are good. You have
So-
good cuticles. Very
He
nice.
does.
Is that a bad thing?
You should be
No.
a, like hand model. Look at that.
Yeah. You
Look at that.
you're like
They're a little feminine.
Look at
though.
how dry my hands are. What do you mean, look at a little feminine? What does that mean?
you know what I remember about your hands? You have really long pinkies. Like, because I have like short pinky. You have look at that pinky. I'm jealous.
How is that long?
It goes past your this ring finger line, and mine
not
is like
long.
so short.
Oh wait,
Put your
I
hand
gotta
up, Jen.
wait. If she'll come
No,
on,
that is short. I've never noticed
I
it
have
about
a
you.
short pinky.
you want to see a weird hand.
Uh-oh,
If she'll
yes.
come on, I'm gonna get Kelly to come on. If she,
What's
if she
wrong
will.
with her hand? Was that your
She's
pinky?
got the tiniest little pinky in the world.
Ah,
She's
not,
got like
not tinier than mine.
She's got like baby hands. Like
Oh,
her hands
baby
are so
hand.
tiny.
She's like that woman on Saturday Night Live.
She is.
With
That's
little
what
hands.
Kristen Wiig. That
Yes.
that.
Oh, with
That's her.
We send her that gift. We're like her little hands. They're adorable. I love them. Her like the best little hands in the
Well,
in the
now
world,
you have to
but-
text her and see if she'll come and show
Yeah,
her
let-
little
give me a
baby
second.
hands.
Let me see if she'll come on.
But that's one thing that I noticed about I always notice about everybody when I see their hands is the length of their pinky, because I have
That's
a
a pet
short,
peeve, Jen.
Oh, I
short
got
What?
I got a great text from Kelly getting my feet done. If you want to see that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes,
Oh,
share
hold
it.
on.
What, was she there? Was she supervising?
Well, yeah,
I
she
bet
comes
she
with me
was getting her
sometimes.
own pedicure. It's like
So-
Is that a thing? Like you do that with your husband now? Or your
Yeah.
wife? Your
Oh yeah,
girlfriend?
there's couples there. Like
Mhm.
that's like a Sunday afternoon thing.
Okay, Joe's
Mhm.
holding up his picture
Can you
of
see
his
that?
pedicure.
Oh, yes.
That's so
Oh, yeah. That's it right there.
gay.
It's good. You should try it.
I'm
it'll
gonna
take-
try it.
So Manuel resisted for the longest time. And then finally during the pandemic and things opened up again, and he was like, I need just to refresh. He did it. And now he's like, oh my God, I need a pedicure.
Do you think I should cut my long toenails before I go in?
No, don't.
No.
Let them cut it because they'll cut it the right way. So you
What's
don't
the
get
right
Wait. Here's Kelly.
Let's see.
She's gonna
Let's-
show up her hand. I'm
let's
gonna give her
see
the
Kelly's
headphones.
Oh God.
Little
So you
pinkies.
can hear her, but
I need to see it in
she
comparison
says
to your
she looks
hand.
like. I got small hands too, but all right, here she. I'm gonna give her the headphones. So be
Okay.
nice.
So
Hey,
I'm-
Kelly.
Hi. So we hear
Look.
you have small hands.
Welcome, little hands.
They're so
You
cute.
do have
You
little
see this
hands.
baby hand? I can't hear what you guys.
it's a joke because my brother goes, oh look, I'm Kelly. I'm giving people the middle
Aw.
Put your hands together. I want to see like this. You and Joe. I want to see like the ratio of Joe's hand to yours.
I'm on a delay.
he can't hear you.
I've been watching you guys
Oh
from
my
the other
God.
Good for your
room,
hands.
and I've been watching the pet peeves, and I was like, man,
My-
I haven't got a list for you.
You know
I'm
all
sorry
the-
if I'm cutting
oh,
anybody
see,
off
she
here,
knows
you,
the truth
but
about Joe.
My son's hands
She's
were bigger
seen it
than
all. Let's hear it.
Kelly's. And
Kelly,
he's-
what's one thing that he hasn't
12.
shared with us that you would like to share?
The one thing that is true is when he goes grocery shopping, he does just kind of toss everything in the fridge, and I come home and I'm like, "Oh, boy." So the other day he was telling me, I love going grocery shopping, and I was like, well, I said, well, I hate it, and this is why. I'm like, I got to go to the grocery store, put it in the bags, just like you guys were saying.
Yes.
I said, but when I come home, then I have to clean out the fridge. I got to
Mhm.
throw out all the old food. I got to rinse out the dishes. I got to put them in the dishwasher. I got to throw out all the stuff that we didn't use. And I said, it's a totally different
Easy work.
experience for
Or you could just be like Pat and I, and you don't clean out the refrigerator. You just push it all to the back,
Push
and then
it.
you just keep adding. You just keep adding more to
I can't hear her.
it.
During the pandemic, we stockpiled groceries because we were so afraid the store was going to close. And we had to start putting it on the top shelf of other closets. And I was like, if you buy one more canister of breadcrumbs, just take an inventory.
Breadcrumbs.
No, it was taco dinners.
Stops making chicken parm.
Did you get the toilet paper where you had the chance? Because we missed out on that one.
We missed out on the first time, but yeah, we were so nervous about that this time that we got a lot. But yeah, I said we have so much minced garlic. What do we have? A lot of spaghetti. A lot.
Did
of
you guys buy a
breadcrumbs.
lot of the
Taco
flour?
dinners. And
Did you make bread?
What was that thing about people making sourdough bread?
I know. Everyone was
it.
making bread.
And I was like, I
Listen,
don't
we
even
made
eat bread.
We made bread, and it was the worst bread.
Pat made bread too. Was that a whole thing during COVID?
It
He never
was.
made bread
It was
before, and he's
like-
making bread now. It's like, oh my god!
It was like on TikTok or something, and everyone was making
like,
sourdough bread.
You got to go
It's
back
not
to
even
work.
that good.
No, it was like dense and doughy. It was just. I was like,
Yeah.
let's not do that again.
I
I'm
heard
like, I
that
don't know what-
sourdough. I heard sourdough bread was hard to make, so he hasn't tried that yet.
Yeah, I think it probably is hard to make. I had somebody the other day on St. Patrick's Day at work, one of the nurses, and I was in the OR, and she said, "Oh, hey Kelly, are you Irish?" And I said, "Yeah." And she said, "Oh, okay. Well, I made sourdough bread. It's in the physician's lounge." And I said, "Well, what if I said I wasn't Irish?"
Well, you don't get any sourdough bread.
When I said,
So wait,
Sucks for you.
and you're in the OR. Are you like handing them instruments or something, or what do you do in the OR?
no, I operate something called the C-arm. So when they're doing like spine surgeries or orthopedic surgeries, I'm doing like the live X-ray during it, and
Oh wow!
She does something that matters, Darren. Okay.
Oh my
Oh.
god, that's way
I don't
above
know.
my
Not
head.
like what you do.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that, but it's a lot of fun. I really like it, and
That's awesome.
yeah, it's fun. Were we measuring hands?
That's
You're the winner for the smallest hands.
I know. I mean, but I have
Hands
You have
down.
small Jen,
I-
you have small hands.
I have small hands and a short
do have-
pinky. Yeah, it's a very
She-
short.
She
Oh,
has a
you
short
do?
pinky.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
I
it's
think I have
short.
a short pinky too.
It's like short and fat. I hate my little pinky. But look
I
at
don't like
Darren's. Hey, your pinky is like an index finger.
my
Put
God.
it down.
my kids are in here
I could
watching
never
now.
be a
I
hand
have
model.
pinky envy right now.
Could never be a
My
hand-
long pinky.
I want it.
Mine's like crooked and arthritic and stuff.
Mine too. Mine's
Oh,
like
no.
Mine just does a little. This one does a little wayward thing. I don't know.
Look at
We were
Can't put it back.
picking.
Look, watch.
It does.
I think
doesn't
he had that
move.
broke at one point or something's going on there.
I feel
I
like
thought something was really wrong with it. I actually got in touch with the rheumatologist about it, and they were like, "Not."
I
yet,
was
you're
thinking
okay."
about going to a doctor and be like, "Can you straighten it and maybe elongate it? Is that a thing?"
I said that to my doctor too, but it was about my pinky.
Pinky, can I pinky touch?
Our hands are like us, like are on our like I can't hear you guys. So like on our first date, I still noticed her little hands and like I just imagine like caressing my face. Oh no,
That's so mean.
her little hand. I'm like, oh my god.
I've been made fun of it my entire life, as well as my small feet. All the
We're
Yeah.
guys, we're out of time. Kelly, thanks for joining us.
Thank
It
you
was
for showing
fun.
us your hands. We're hand
Nice talking
buddies.
to you guys.
Next week, ayahuasca. Bring your questions. See ya. Bye.